Archangel Michael orders you now. Before midnight, a witch's dark magic will strike your health. What happens if you don't open this will shock you. This message is not for every ear, nor for every heart. It is not casual, and it is not common. It is selective, it is divine, and it is urgent. The words you are about to hear are not chance, they are not coincidence. They are a direct summons from the heavenly realm. Heaven does not waste words, and heaven does not waste warnings. You are being chosen to hear this because the clock of eternity has aligned your steps to this very hour. And before midnight tonight, a shift will occur in the unseen realm. Understand this. When midnight draws near, heaven and hell both stir. Angels assemble, but so do witches, warlocks, and those who carry the poison of envy. Their weapons are invisible, yet their effects are heavy upon the body, the mind, and the spirit. This message comes to you now through the command of Archangel Michael, the warrior of heaven, the captain of God's armies, the defender who stands at the gates between light and darkness. His voice carries this order. Pay attention, do not delay, and do not take this lightly. The stakes are not vague. They are personal. If ignored, consequences will manifest, not later, but soon. A shadow may fall upon your health. Sudden fatigue may grip your body. Confusion may cloud your mind. Unrest may settle into your spirit. These things are not accidents. They are marks of the dark magic spoken against you. But heaven gives warning before heaven gives judgment, and this is your warning now. This message must be received in silence, in obedience, and in readiness. Heaven is not calling for noise. Heaven is calling for stillness. The time is short, the hour is weighty, and the response you give will be recorded. Tonight carries a charge in the spirit realm. This hour carries weight. Heaven is watching how you respond. Type "I am ready" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing Node 1444 is now activated over you. Hear this now. Archangel Michael speaks with urgency, not suggestion. His words are not wrapped in hesitation, but forged in the fire of divine command. Before the clock strikes midnight, forces are gathering in the shadows. Even now, unseen hands are weaving snares, curses, and whispers against the chosen ones of God. They cloak themselves in secrecy, but heaven exposes them. Their enchantments move like arrows through the night, but the Lord's warrior stands to block, to shield, and to declare that you shall not fall if you heed this voice. The heavens have sent a divine time cue, a marker in the spirit. Before midnight, the battle intensifies. The forces of light are awake, but so too are the legions of darkness. Witches stir their potions, they kindle fires of envy, they lay words of destruction upon altars of rebellion. Yet none of this is hidden from the sight of the Almighty. And Archangel Michael, sent from the throne of God, orders this word to reach you in time. This is not casual. This is not entertainment. This is life and death, health and sickness, destiny and delay. Not all will hear this, and not all will obey, Many will scroll, many will ignore, many will dismiss. But those who are chosen, those who are marked, those who are sealed by heaven's hand, you will feel the fire in your spirit even as these words enter your ears. For this message does not come to everyone. It comes to the one who has been targeted in the night. If you are hearing this, it is because your name has been spoken, not only in heaven, but also in the dark gatherings of the wicked. They whispered against you, but heaven shouts for you. They plotted against you, but heaven now interrupts their designs. The danger is real, and ignoring it is not an option. For those who turn away, the arrows of darkness may strike without resistance. But for those who stand in the covering, for those who heed, for those who align, there is safety under the wings of the Almighty. This is why the message arrives before midnight, because the hour is appointed for decision. God's mercy interrupts before judgment comes. Do not mistake the gravity of what is unfolding. You are not being entertained. You are being summoned. You are not being informed. You are being commanded. The Spirit of God speaks through Michael now. Pay attention. Be still. Open your heart to the Word. Do not ignore this voice. For silence in this moment is obedience, and obedience in this moment is protection. A divine interruption has arrived. Heaven itself has bent the path of this message to collide with your life. You are not hearing by chance. You are hearing by divine order. And as these words pierce your atmosphere, the armies of God stand nearer. The angels are not far. They are close. The battle is not in the distance. It is now. Midnight approaches, but you are not left uncovered. The warning is here, and so is the shield. Type "I receive" in the comments if you believe this word is for you. Blessing code 1777 has now been released. Listen closely, for what has been stirring around you is not always natural. You have wondered why sudden fatigue has fallen upon your body, why strange headaches have gripped you without cause, why your sleep has been broken by restless tossing. These are not coincidences. These are not random. These are signs that unseen forces have been pressing against your health, against your strength, against your peace. Heaven reveals that the patterns you thought were mere chance are whispers of an attack in motion. Do you recall the strange heaviness that comes upon you when you are close to breakthrough? Do you remember the arguments that seem to appear out of nowhere? The moments of confusion that come when you are stepping closer to destiny? These are not accidents. They are arrows loosed in silence. And Archangel Michael declares that you must see beyond the veil. For what is invisible to your natural eye is plain to heaven's sight. Whispers have been spoken in secret places. Words of gossip, words of envy, words of silent malice, all of them aimed at you. They know something about you that you have not yet fully realized. You are chosen. You are marked. You are destined for impact. And because of this, the shadows gather. They may not speak to your face, but their intentions are clear before God. They pretend to smile, but they scheme in silence. They appear as friends, but they carry daggers of deceit. Yet heaven says, do not be deceived. Do not be blind. I expose what was hidden. I reveal what was whispered. You have felt the restlessness in your spirit. You have felt the sudden unrest in your environment. That unease is not without reason. It is the sign of watchers, unseen, yet lingering, hoping to drain your peace and weaken your resolve. The confusion you have felt, the delays that seemed unnatural, the sickness that seemed to arise without explanation, they are planted seeds from the realm of darkness. But now heaven disrupts their soil. Now heaven shakes their foundation. This message is designed to unsettle you, for complacency is your greatest danger. You are not meant to ignore these signs. You are meant to rise in awareness. Heaven does not speak to soothe you into slumber. Heaven speaks to awaken your discernment. This is why your spirit feels unsettled even now. This is why your heart beats faster as you hear these words. You are awakening to the truth. You are targeted, but you are also covered. You are opposed, but you are also defended. Archangel Michael declares, you are not alone. The arrows that fly at night will not destroy you if you respond to the call. The snares set for your feet will not hold you if you remain under the covering. This is the disruption that must come before peace. Heaven shakes you so that you may see clearly. Heaven unsettles you so that you will not remain blind. Type I am protected in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1999 is now active over your life. And beloved, hear this. Every word spoken here is not just for you, but for thousands of souls who are lost in the shadows of deception. When you support this mission, you are not giving to a platform. You are sowing into a harvest of light that pushes back against darkness. Scripture declares, the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. This is not history. This is happening now through you. I speak this as a bridge from your spirit to action. Your support opens the heavens over others who need this warning, this covering, this shield. As you sow into this word, whether through super thanks, channel membership, or even directly through the PayPal link in the description, you are stepping into prophetic obedience. You are not giving to man, you are planting into eternity. And the oil of blessing will not bypass your life. Do not delay. Do not scroll past. Do what heaven stirs in your spirit. Release, and watch the rivers of provision flow back into your own life. For what you make possible for others, heaven will multiply back to you. The battle you face is not of flesh and blood. Do not be deceived by appearances, for what rises against you is greater than gossip, greater than envy, greater than the restless sickness that touches your body. This is spiritual warfare, sharpened against you because you are nearing your promise. The attack against your health is not random. It is not mere misfortune. It is an intentional strike meant to weaken you at the very edge of destiny. And heaven reveals it now because your obedience in this hour determines the outcome of what unfolds next. You are chosen, and because you are chosen, the arrows of darkness find their way toward you. The greater the calling, the greater the conflict. The brighter the light, the thicker the shadows that gather. This is why the intensity of your battles has increased. This is why, when others walk in ease, you feel the weight pressing harder. Hell does not waste its weapons on the ordinary. Witches do not conjure against the insignificant. It is only the marked, the sealed, the anointed who draw such attacks. And you, beloved, are among them. Archangel Michael himself is assigned to your case. Hear that again. Heaven has dispatched its mightiest warrior to stand beside you. This is no small matter. The very captain of heaven's armies bears his sword on your behalf. The unseen cords woven to bind your health are being cut by his hand. The dark decrees spoken against your name are being shattered in his presence. Yet, the fight is not automatic. It requires your alignment, your obedience, your silence before God. For though heaven wars for you, heaven also watches you. Every reaction, every word, every silence, every movement of your heart in this moment is being recorded. This is not only a battle of forces, this is a test of obedience. Heaven weighs your response. Heaven measures your faith. Will you tremble in fear, or will you stand under covering? Will you brush this away, or will you embrace the gravity of the message delivered? For heaven does not play with timing, and midnight approaches swiftly. Your trials are not meant to destroy you. They are meant to refine you. You are pressed so that your oil may flow. You are tested so that your faith may prove unshakable. This is why the conflict is so fierce. Hell knows what heaven has already written about you. Darkness fears the unveiling of your assignment. And so the health of your body becomes the battleground. The peace of your spirit becomes the target. The clarity of your mind becomes the prize. But the Lord declares through Michael, you shall not be overcome if you hold fast. You shall not be consumed if you remain faithful. The weapons formed may rise, but they shall not prosper. For the throne of God has not abandoned you, and the war raging in the unseen is tilting in your favor. Tonight, recognize the conflict for what it is. This is not just struggle, this is strategy. This is not just pain, this is proof. You are not under attack because you are weak. You are under attack because you are a threat to the kingdom of darkness. And in this realization, you will find strength. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are not alone. Heaven fights, and heaven records, and heaven remembers. Type I am chosen in the comments if you receive this word. Blessing code 1221 is now sealed upon you. Hear this with trembling, for heaven does not speak in vain. The hour draws near, and the witch's spell intensifies as midnight approaches. Even now, the fire of their altar burns, their whispers rise, and their dark petitions ascend into the night air. They speak against your health, against your energy, against your peace. Their goal is simple: to strike your body so your spirit will weaken, to cloud your mind so your destiny will stall, to cripple your strength so you will be silenced. But Michael stands to declare, If you ignore this message, if you turn your ear away, the strike will not meet resistance. This is why the warning comes before the blow. Heaven always sends a word before it allows a storm. You are not blindsided. You are forewarned. The Spirit reveals that within 72 hours, consequences will escalate if left unchallenged. The first signs will be small: headaches, sudden tiredness, strange confusion, arguments breaking out without reason. Do not dismiss them. They are the smoke before the fire, the tremor before the quake. And if you remain blind, they will grow heavier, stealing rest from your nights and focus from your days. Betrayal stirs near you. A mouth that smiles may soon speak against you. A hand you trusted may reveal cracks of envy. These are not accidents. These are orchestrations of darkness, pressing closer as your elevation draws near. You may sense a shift in your circle, a cooling of once warm connections, a rising unease in once familiar places. Heaven whispers that these are not natural changes. They are evidence of war surrounding your destiny. The pressure rises, and you have felt it. The nights of broken sleep, the moments when your chest felt heavy, the times when your clarity dissolved into fog. These are not random inconveniences. They are targeted arrows, sharpened by jealousy, dipped in curses, and released in the unseen. And Michael declares, if you ignore this voice, you leave yourself uncovered. If you dismiss the urgency, the enemy's hand will not hesitate. But you are not left defenseless. The warning comes because heaven loves you. The prophecy comes because your life carries weight. This is no casual storm. This is an intentional siege. The question is not whether darkness plots, but whether you will stand under the shield prepared for you. The enemy waits for your silence, but heaven waits for your obedience. Do not take lightly the urgency of this word. Many have dismissed their warnings, and many have suffered for it. You are not meant to join them. You are meant to rise. You are meant to align. You are meant to obey. Midnight is not far. The voices of witches rise louder, but the roar of heaven rises stronger. Your response will determine the path of the next 3 days. Archangel Michael commands, be alert, be ready, and do not ignore the signs. For if you close your ears, the strike will come without mercy. But if you remain under the covering, you will watch the curse shatter and the arrow return to sender. Type "I will not ignore" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 8888 is now surrounding your life. Now hear the voice of heaven with clarity, for after warning always comes instruction. Michael, the captain of God's hosts, declares, be still and do not be afraid. Your greatest weapon in this hour is not noise, not retaliation, not anger. It is stillness before God. For when you stand still, heaven fights. When you hold your peace, the Lord Himself contends for you. Do not waste your strength battling what is invisible. Your assignment is not to chase shadows, but to stand under the shield of light that heaven places over you. You are commanded to silence because silence confuses the enemy. When they expect your retaliation and you remain unmoved, their arrows strike empty air. When they anticipate your downfall and instead you stand clothed in peace, the curses lose their grip. Stillness is not weakness. It is a secret weapon. Heaven says, the less you speak, the louder your angels move. In this hour, guard your spirit with prayer. Do not enter midnight without sealing yourself in the Word. Anoint yourself with oil, if you have it, setting apart your mind and body as untouchable territory. Declare aloud, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Every tongue that rises against me in judgment, I condemn. For these are not empty words. They are decrees written in heaven's courts, and when you speak them, they activate angelic defense. Some of you feel drawn to light a candle tonight. Let it not be ritual, but remembrance. A flame to remind you of the eternal fire of God's presence that no darkness can extinguish. Let it be a sign to your spirit that even when shadows surround, the light of the Lord burns unquenchable within you. Observe more than you react. Listen more than you speak. For in stillness, secrets are revealed. Heaven will show you what was hidden. Heaven will unveil the true motives of those around you. Heaven will whisper instructions you would not hear in the noise of panic. Be watchful, but do not be anxious. For you are not left unarmed. You are clothed in divine protection. Michael himself has raised his sword on your behalf. His blade cuts through the cords of enchantment, slices through the snares laid at your feet, and breaks apart the covenants made in darkness against your health. Even now, angelic hosts encamp around you. For it is written, the angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him, and he delivers them. Deliverance is not a distant promise. It is your reality tonight if you obey. This guidance is not suggestion. It is survival. It is not advice. It is command. Be still. Be silent. Be sealed. Let your silence roar louder than accusation. Let your faith shine brighter than fear. For while you wait, heaven wars. While you pray, heaven moves. While you rest, Michael fights. Do not be deceived by the growing storm. The greater the shaking, the closer your breakthrough. Remain covered, remain obedient, remain in the shadow of the Almighty. And you shall see that the very curse spoken against your body shall dissolve in the fire of divine protection. Type no weapon in the comments if you stand under this word. Blessing code 1010 is now surrounding you with heavenly fire. Now the time has come to shake off fear and step into fire. You have been warned. You have been instructed, but now you must be reminded of who you truly are. You are not weak. You are not fragile. You are not a helpless target for the darkness. You are fire clothed in flesh, a living testimony of God's strength, a vessel chosen for victory. The enemy sought to strike your health because he feared the strength you carry. He attempted to drain your energy because he knew that if you ever rose in your fullness, you would tear down his works. But hear the decree of Archangel Michael. You are not weak. You are a weapon. What was once breaking you will now bow before you. The same sickness that sought to silence you will become the testimony of your healing. The same confusion that tried to cloud your mind will become the platform for your clarity. Heaven does not leave you crushed. Heaven raises you stronger. Tonight, the Spirit declares that your body shall recover, your mind shall renew, your spirit shall ignite. For you are not merely surviving this battle, you are transforming in the midst of it. Picture the eagle rising high above the storm. It does not flee from the wind, it mounts upon it. So shall you rise. What the enemy meant to weaken you has become the very wind that lifts you higher. What the witch intended as destruction has become the soil for your elevation. You are shielded in flame, and no curse can pass through the fire that surrounds you. You have grown in silence, though you did not see it. You have been refined in secret, though you did not understand it. The moments of loneliness, the hours of tears, the restless nights, they were not wasted. They were training. They were sharpening your spirit for the hour of unveiling. And now, the power hidden within you begins to surface. Heaven declares, your strength is returning. Your health is reviving. Your destiny is awakening. The enemy wanted you to forget your identity, but Michael reminds you now, you are not a victim. You are a vessel of divine authority. The authority of Christ rests upon you. The angels fight beside you. The blood of the Lamb covers you. The word of your testimony is forming even in this battle. Do not shrink back. You will not cower in fear. Stand tall in the armor of God, for your roar of faith shakes the unseen realm. Your hidden power is no longer hidden. It is breaking forth. You will walk differently after this. You will speak differently after this. You will carry an authority that no witchcraft can imitate, no curse can duplicate, no shadow can counterfeit. For your health is not just being restored, it is being anointed. Your peace is not just being given back, it is being multiplied. So rise now. Speak as one who has overcome. Declare as one who cannot be moved. For the fire of God has consumed your weakness and clothed you in strength. This is your empowerment. This is your transformation. This is your victory. Type "I am fire" in the comments if you rise with this word. Blessing code 3030 is now igniting your spirit. Now hear the mystery revealed. The very attack that rose against you is not proof of your downfall, but proof of your promotion. Midnight is not a sign of ending. It is a sign of unlocking. What the witches stirred against you, what the envious whispered in darkness, what the enemy designed for your destruction, all of it is confirmation that heaven is preparing to elevate you. You are not cursed because you are weak. You are targeted because you are crowned. The assault on your health is evidence that your assignment carries weight in the kingdom of God. Michael declares, this midnight assault is not punishment, it is preparation. It is not destruction. It is destiny. It is not an end. It is an unlocking. Every fiery dart aimed at your body is testimony that your spirit is rising into its throne. The sickness that tried to drain you will become the very story that heals others. The confusion that swirled around you will become the clarity you release into those who hear your voice. For your destiny is not small, and heaven will not allow it to be swallowed by the schemes of shadows. Heaven knows your name. Heaven has written your assignment. Heaven has sealed your destiny. Though dark powers plot, they cannot rewrite what God has spoken. The very fact that you are hearing this prophetic word is proof that your name has not been erased, but it has been etched deeper into the scrolls of eternity. Heaven's eyes are fixed on you, and the angels stand guard, because what you carry is vital for the days ahead. Do not despise this warfare, for it is the sign of transition. The midnight battle you face is the labor before birth. The pain you have felt in your body, the strain upon your mind, the unrest in your spirit, they are contractions of destiny. Something is being pushed through you, something greater than you, something eternal. And just as labor pains intensify before the child arrives, so too have your battles intensified before your crown is placed. Your health, once targeted, will not remain a place of shame. It will become the testimony of healing. You will speak life where others saw only sickness. You will declare strength where others expected weakness. What the enemy used as a weapon against you will be turned into a weapon in your hands. You will comfort the broken. You will strengthen the weary. You will lift the fallen. For God wastes nothing, not even your pain. And so, hear this. You are not standing at the end of yourself. You are standing at the beginning of your elevation. The midnight strike against your body is the marker that your throne is near. Lift your eyes, for your help comes from above. Stand firm, for heaven has already declared your victory. You are not breaking down, you are breaking forth. Type "I am unlocked" in the comments if you receive this revelation. Blessing code 8181 has now been activated over your life. And beloved, if this word has opened your eyes tonight, know this. The revelation you just received is not for you alone. It is for multitudes who still wander in the dark. When you step in to support this mission, you are not funding a channel. You are fueling a move of God. The word says, "Those who sow in tears shall reap in joy." Tonight, your sowing becomes the seed of someone else's deliverance. I say this to you now as a prophetic bridge. Your giving is not donation. It is declaration. Each super thanks, each membership, each offering through PayPal in the description is a weapon in the spirit that pushes light further and crushes darkness underfoot. Heaven sees every seed, and heaven multiplies every act of obedience. Do not wait. Do not hesitate. When you give, you join in Michael's war cry. And the blessing that flows out of this altar will not pass your house by. So, and watch open heavens answer you. The time has come for activation. Heaven has warned, heaven has revealed, and now heaven calls for response. This is not the moment to remain passive. This is the hour to rise, to declare, to align your voice with the voice of God. You have been sealed for such a time as this, and Michael commands, speak your destiny into the atmosphere. Do not whisper doubt, do not echo fear. Proclaim boldly, I am sealed, I am covered, I am untouchable. For the words of your mouth in this moment are not mere sounds, they are decrees that shake the spirit realm. Your silence before men has been your shield, but your declaration before heaven is your weapon. Now is the time to speak life over yourself. Break the agreement of sickness by declaring wholeness. Break the agreement of fear by declaring courage. Break the agreement of delay by declaring acceleration. When you open your mouth in faith, the courts of heaven record your words and angels move on your behalf. But this activation requires more than speech. It requires steps. Heaven calls you into alignment. Take time in fasting, not for religion, but for refinement. Set aside hours of prayer, not for ritual, but for intimacy. Embrace silence, not as emptiness, but as obedience. Each act of alignment is a step deeper into your destiny. For you are not waiting for heaven to move. Heaven is waiting for you to say yes. There must be a spiritual yes within you tonight. Not a hesitant yes, not a half-hearted yes, but a full surrender. A yes that says, Lord, I yield. Lord, I obey. Lord, I stand. This is not the time to negotiate with destiny. This is not the time to delay your obedience. Midnight draws near, and heaven watches closely. What you declare and what you decide tonight will echo in the days to come. Do not shrink back, for shrinking back forfeits blessing. Rise boldly, for rising releases power. Your destiny has been under attack because it carries weight. But tonight, the seal of heaven is ready to stamp your life afresh. You have cried, you have suffered, you have endured. Now heaven says, stand up, open your mouth, and activate what I have placed within you. Michael lifts his sword not only to fight for you, but to point you toward your assignment. Do not look back. Do not remain stagnant. Move forward, for every step you take is a strike against the enemy. Your obedience is not small. It shifts atmospheres. Your declarations are not weak. They uproot strongholds. Your alignment is not empty. It opens the heavens above you. Beloved, heaven waits for your yes. The angels listen for your voice. The earth groans for your manifestation. This is your hour of activation. This is the moment where your destiny rises from the shadows into the light. Say it now, believe it now, and walk in it now. I am covered. I am chosen. I am untouchable. Type "Why Yes, Lord" in the comments if you receive this activation. Blessing code 4545 is now releasing divine alignment into your life. Beloved, the veil is lifting, and heaven allows you a glimpse into what unfolds beyond sight. In the silence of your night, when your body rests and your eyes close, The spirit realm is not still. There is movement, there is transaction, there is divine exchange. Michael declares, while you sleep, heaven negotiates on your behalf. While you cry, heaven records every tear. While you wait, angels trade what was stolen for what is rightfully yours. Do not be deceived. Nothing has been lost forever. What the enemy tried to snatch, heaven is restoring. The vitality that seemed drained from your body, the peace that slipped from your nights, the clarity that was clouded by confusion, all of it is being gathered by angelic hands. The scrolls of your destiny are being reopened, and what was delayed is being placed back on your path. There is a silent exchange taking place. Weakness traded for strength, despair traded for joy, heaviness traded for lightness. You may not see it with your natural eyes, but your spirit has already felt it. That restlessness you carried was not aimless. That unease in your sleep was not meaningless. It was the tremor of the unseen as angels wrestled for your inheritance. When your heart raced, it was because Michael's sword was clashing against cords of darkness. When you felt pressure upon your chest, it was because chains were being snapped from around your spirit. What you perceived as struggle was actually transaction. Heaven does not allow suffering without purpose. Every groan you released became a petition. Every sigh you uttered became incense rising before the throne. Even your silence spoke in the courts of heaven. And in that silence, Michael fought. He cut away the hooks that sought to drain your health. He severed the cords that tied your mind to confusion. He struck down the altars where your name was mentioned in malice. And as he fought, heaven began to return what was stolen. The enemy thought he had the final word, but he did not anticipate the intervention of the king's armies. Tonight, the spirit realm shifts. Tonight, what was exchanged in darkness is being reversed in light. You are receiving back more than what was taken. You are receiving double for the trouble, restoration for the delay, strength for the weakness. For God is not a debtor, and he does not return empty. When he restores, he multiplies. So rest, beloved. Even when you cannot see it, trust that heaven is moving. While you lay your head, angels are at work. While your eyes close, Michael's sword does not rest. The transaction is already underway. Nothing is lost. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is forgotten. The scroll of your destiny remains intact, and your inheritance is being delivered back into your hands. This is the silent exchange. This is the holy transaction. This is the unseen miracle taking place for you tonight. Trust it. Believe it. Receive it. Type "I receive restoration" in the comments if you believe this. Blessing code 6363 is now active over your destiny. Now heaven speaks of justice. The scales of the Almighty are being balanced, and the weight of every word spoken against you is being returned to sender. Michael declares, the witch's plot will not prevail. It will recoil. The same sickness they spoke into the air is turning back upon their own bodies. The same confusion they whispered into your path is now echoing in their minds. The same heaviness they placed upon your chest is now pressing on their own shoulders. Heaven does not permit the innocent to suffer without recompense. Justice is swift. Justice is sure. Justice is holy. The word of the Lord says, whoever digs a pit will fall into it. If someone rolls a stone, it will roll back on them. Tonight, this scripture lives and breathes. The pit they dug for you becomes their own trap. The stone they rolled against your destiny now crushes their own schemes. The arrows they sharpened for your heart now pierce their own plans. Heaven is not mocked. The curse returns to sender multiplied tenfold. And while their plots collapse, your restoration rises. The very areas they attacked are being restored with double strength. Where they targeted your health, healing now flows like a river. Where they tried to disrupt your peace, divine calm now surrounds you like a shield. Where they attempted to block your clarity, revelation now pours into your spirit. The reversal is not only punishment for them, it is reward for you. For the Lord your God turns mourning into dancing, ashes into beauty, curses into crowns. Do not think heaven is slow. Even now, unseen forces are already moving in your favor. The cords of sickness have snapped. The weight of heaviness has lifted. The atmosphere is shifting. You may not see it fully yet, but the reversal has already been decreed. It begins in the unseen and soon will manifest in the natural. This is why the enemy has been restless, because he knows his grip is slipping. Justice is not delayed. Heaven records every plot, every word, every act of malice. None escape the eyes of the Almighty. And in this hour, the gavel falls. You are released. They are bound. You are restored. They are judged. This is not the word of man. This is the decree of heaven. And when heaven decrees, no witch, no curse, no shadow can overturn it. Rejoice, for the tables are turning. What was meant to harm you has propelled you. What was designed to bury you has lifted you. The very attacks against you have become the evidence of your anointing. Michael's sword has not only defended you, it has executed justice. The courtroom of heaven has ruled in your favor, and the verdict is final. Stand boldly now. Walk freely now. Justice has been served. Your peace is secure. Your strength is restored. Your destiny is preserved. You are no longer the target of curses. You are the testimony of reversal. Type "Justice is mine" in the comments if you believe this word. Blessing code 9191 is now released upon your life. Before midnight, you were marked by the plots of darkness, but now you are sealed in the light of God. The shadow rose to strike your health, but the shield of heaven has surrounded you. You have walked through warning. You have stood in stillness. You have declared your destiny, and now you stand clothed in victory. No curse has prevailed. No arrow has destroyed you. No witchcraft has succeeded. For you are seen, you are sealed, and you are sent forth under the covering of the Almighty. Receive this blessing. Your health is secure, your peace is restored, and your spirit is lifted into new strength. Every night of unrest breaks into morning joy. Every cloud of confusion clears into the radiance of revelation. The seal of heaven rests upon you. The fire of Michael surrounds you, and the favor of God carries you forward. This is your portion, not fear, but faith, not sickness, but strength, not despair, but destiny fulfilled. Do not leave this message as you entered it. Rise with authority. Walk in confidence. Speak with boldness. For the war is not only fought on your behalf, it has already been won. Heaven's decree is final. You are chosen. You are covered. You are victorious. And as you step into tomorrow, know that midnight has passed and morning has come. You are not abandoned. You are not forsaken. You are not forgotten. You are the beloved of heaven, carried by the hand of the Almighty, shielded by Michael's sword, empowered by the Spirit of the living God. This is your assurance. The battle was fierce, but the blessing is greater. Type "I am sealed" in the comments if you receive this closing word. Blessing code 7777 is now permanently established upon your life.